Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. This is how we got our wall outlet mounted here. We broke our little board. That's just 1/8" hardboard. And of course we hit right on the seam, but that's the height we had to have, the seam of each one. But we'll go inside and try to give you a close-up how we got this mounted to a board. We've got this covered with a blanket all the way down this side, and it goes around the back of here. It's kind of dark. So we want to get one more and do the other side. Like I said, each corner of this thing is held up with a rope, and so is the center. I may have to redo the center rope, but you can see it's at an angle. So let's go inside and see what it looks like on the wall. We're kind of limited how much cord we had to reach our outlet, so we made it. I'm out of breath. I need to go sit down and rest. Okay, here's our outlet strip. It's mounted on a piece of 1/8" hardboard, and I kind of cut a notch out and then glued the piece back in. I don't know if you can see the bolt right there. And how I got the cord run out. Now down here it has a washer because it had this big hole right here. The same one's on the other side. And I just epoxied that bolt in that washer and epoxied this to here. So when I went outside, all I had to do was put the nut on. So I'm glad I did that. The same in here. I had a nut. I was short bolts, but I had a nut to tighten it up. So when I shoved it through the wall, all I had to do was go out and put it on there. My other little wood pieces and metal washer. I always say these things are backwards. It turns off that way. If I had this on the wall, I'd have my grounds to the bottom, right? So that means it turns on pushing down. My one up on the shop wall when I go outside and shut off all my stuff in here. But this will be hooked to 20 amp all the time. If I wanted to, but I'm not going to. It's hooked to a outlet strip out there, out of the juice box. And this is 14 gauge wire on here. And that's what they run for lights in a house. And people have cheated and put in outlets, and I would not do that. I want 12 gauge to my outlets. But it is a 14 gauge outlet strip. And you about guess where I bought it from, imported. But it's a pretty good deal. I don't know if I ever made a video of it. It's made out of metal. It's got room for your wall wart, your cube. See the spacing? So you got 4 outlets and 2 of them little transformer things plugged in. So it was a no-brainer. I'm never going to use that many things at one time. You know, people were, well, you got 6 things plugged into one. I'm never going to use them all at one time. A light and a grinder, or the light and the drill, or... Okay, let's take a break, and then we'll think of something else. We've got to get a shop light here. I've got a flashlight back here shining on there because I don't have my desk light hooked up yet. So we've been working halfway in the dark in here. Okay. It's warmer. I got the door open in this place, but I got the shop door closed because of all the flies we still have. It. I tried taking some pictures of this. This is doubled. This is stuff left over from a shelf. But that's all doubled. I have to coat that with some paint or Sharpie. That washer right there, see it? It'll glare right in my eyeballs. See that? It's almost bright as the light. We did take some pictures. There's angle iron on here. Okay, and then there's angle iron here. We've got real small bolts. We use some plastic washers to fill in the holes. And you might be able to tell by the pictures how I made it, but it's just all scrap stuff. Been cleaning with Simple Green. This will take latex paint off. I don't know if you can tell that. But there was a Sharpie mark clear across this thing. See where it's still there? And look where I left to have it cleaned yet. That's how greasy and dirty this side was. This came out of the garbage. It's recycled. Neighbor threw out a bunch of free stuff here a while back, and I grabbed this. I didn't even remember I had it. I just seen it laying around the shop, so it made a nice shelf. And I did stain these. I'm sure, yeah, I mean, I showed this before. These are stained wood stain. That's that MDF stuff, and beware of this. This is stuff that's like cardboard. And it's like cardboard layers glued together. It's not the sawdust and glue. Don't buy it as cheap junk if you can afford the better stuff. I cleaned my drill bit case up. The back, not so much. But look how filthy. And you would not believe how filthy this table was when I cleaned the other day. So next I'm going to take this filthy drill. That's just cheap drill at Menards they had years ago. And they don't carry them anymore. So I had a video on this, probably 4 or 5 years old. And look how wore out the drill is with the chuck mounts in it. But it's good for screws and wire brushing and drilling holes in wood. And, you know, it's still a usable little cordless drill. But, oh, we are tired. You can believe that thing is plumbing level over there, and so I left the magnet there. Magnet level on it. And I eyeballed it before I put the level on it. It's like within one line. So, we finally got a light in here. I'll take a picture from over by the door with just this light on. I'll turn the other one off. So, we're out of here. Look for the pictures. Oh, this saved today. I can't find my little Klein 6-inch crescent wrench. Because I had to hold the nuts, I got up my little Craftsman set here and was using them. Really enjoyed doing that quarter set. I've never really used this set before. Once in a while on the bench. Pawn shop find, $10. Amazon had it for $15, but the cover wasn't clear. And the sockets inside were more frosted. They didn't look like, they're more that really granular. They didn't look that smooth and quality. They did. It was like, they see, once they come out with a product, like say like at Christmas time, I can't prove this, the further down the line stuff gets cheaper and cheaper. And I've seen it with cheap knives and all kinds of tools before. After a while, it just gets cheaper and cheaper. So don't quote me on that. Saved by the Bolt Kids to build out like them fender washers. Don't pass these up. It's Sunday in the shop, but I still always say, I do not get paid showing products. You know where these came from. I mean, I'll pause on there. You can pause. Look how many bolts you get. I'm not prejudiced against using metric. When you get that many bolts, I don't know, but I'm running short on nuts for the littlest one, whatever metric. And this, don't pass up on the 241. You'll notice if when you walk and you get used to it like me. I need a 240 and a 460. Don't pass these up either. You get the little number 8, number 10 machine screws, quarter inch by 6. You get the 3/8. Don't pass these bolt kits up for $5 or $6. It's better running back and forth to the hardware store all the time. That takes gas. And I have a new one of these and cannot find it. I'm sure it's almost brand new. Fender washers. I'm positive this was Amazon or who knows where I bought them. I honestly cannot tell you. I've got stuff from like Zorro.com when I order parts for my tractor. Look at that. 40 each. I said you go through a great big hole with a little bitty bolt. You gotta, that's what they're made for, is on a fender of the old cars. You had these big old holes where you line up the body, and then they had the fender washer to tighten the little bolt. Now that's why it's called a fender washer. I'm being sarcastic. Thank you, Baghdad. Your little wrench you sent me and I cleaned up. It saved the day. If I don't find my crescent wrench, I will cry. I will definitely cry a little bit. My Klein 6-inch crescent wrench. I put out so much stuff up when I started moving and rebuilding. But I found this laying in my little cardboard flat box of junk. Of tools I throw up there, you know, screwdrivers and stuff. I go, that'll work. I call it a bicycle wrench. That's just me. If I was a kid, I'd had this for my bicycle. So, thanks for watching. We're out of here. See you next time. We're going in where it's a lot nicer than me. It is actually hot in here. It's only 70 something outside. I have not run a heater in here at all today.